So I started playing Minecraft in 2011, which is a solid 5 years before the major combat update, as it's called. That's 1.9. If you don't know what the difference is, basically old Minecraft combat, so pretty much anything pre-March 2016, was what you're seeing in like the background footage of this video. It is kind of simple in essence. You basically just spam click. You look at the enemy, you click really fast, and every half a second, they're able to take damage. And if you're clicking on them during that, they take damage. Simple, right? Sorry, I just hit my mic. Now, 1.9 PvP, or modern PvP, or the PvP you're used to if you didn't get into Minecraft until a little bit later on in its lifespan, is the new thing. And to me, it's a bit slower. Basically, every time you click, there is a cooldown. So you punch, and you have to wait. And then you punch, and then you have to wait. And if you don't wait, and you just spam, like with old PvP style, you end up not doing any damage. Like the difference can literally be 4 hearts compared to less than half a heart. It's crazy. It's ridiculous, right? And when that update first came out, a lot of people were mad, myself included. I was like, what is this? An RPG game? I don't want to do this crap. I want real PvP. Now, in this video, I want to discuss the ups and downs of it, right? The nuances of 1.8, because a lot of people don't understand them, as well as, the benefits of the new system. Just for a little bit of background, over the last couple of days, I've been trying out modern PvP. Because the truth is, Bed Wars and Hypixel and like old PvP, it's getting a little bad. My ping is pretty high because I'm in Australia. Hypixel has a lot of cheaters. It's hard for me to get background footage. It's just a whole mess, right? But modern PvP might be a little different. We have transfer packets, we have more servers, we have newer modes, we have a little bit of a bigger community. Some of them also cheating. Marlow. Now, that stuff aside, 1.9 PvP, like the modern stuff, it feels slower to me. But there's also like more inherent strategy. You have an axe, you have a shield. And I thought like, oh, okay, you do your slow crap, whatever. But, even though you have that strategy, it still felt slow to me. Because in 1.8, right, and this is the part I want to explain to the general public, it's not just spam clicking. I mean, Bedrock Edition is, but there's so much more to it, right? When you spam click, that's just to get the hit. And once you get the hit, there are different techniques you can do. You can S tap or W tap or shift tap if you're weird, or jump if you're even weirder. And the idea of that is you get the hit, and then you stop yourself from moving. You slow down your velocity just enough so the other person can't reach you. And then just at the right time, you speed up again to hit them. And you basically just wave in and out of having this tiny little slither of a window where you can hit them and they can't hit you. And that's called a combo when you get that over and over again. And a lot of PvP in 1.8 is based around getting a combo, establishing the combo with like a fishing rod or a snowball, and then maintaining that with sheer and utter mechanical technique and skill. And that's what tickles my brain. I like stuff like that. I came from Counter-Strike B-hopping. I played Valorant as Neon. Like, this mechanical skill is a big part of what I enjoy. I was a TF2 player for thousands of hours. But then the modern stuff just didn't feel that way. But now that I've started to play it more, I've actually realized something. There is, in fact, comboing. I can still S-tap. I can still do similar techniques. And there's a lot more jumping, and there's a lot more jumping around people in a circle. And it is a bit slower, but my heart is pumping just the same. My heart is pumping just the same as 1.8. So maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not as bad. Maybe it's better in a way. I think in the ping argument, 1.9 might even be better. Now, I don't want to just shill 1.9. I want to do a second video once I get used to it a bit more and play more modern PvP. I'm terrible at Hoplite. Every time I think I'm about to do good in it, I just get screwed by somebody with like some weird item. But I'll talk about that in the second part of this video. Or in the second video in this two-parter. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Just for a side yap, I've had a pint and like a whiskey, so I'm a little it's late at night, whatever. Anyway, so I don't know what's really keeping me in the whole 1.8 thing. One part of me thinks it's nostalgia, and the other part of me just prefers it just because of that like raw mechanical ability. I like bridging fast and getting into a combo and breaking the combo. And there's just a level of satisfaction about combining so many things together to just put an enemy in a position where they just can't do anything because you're simply better than them. And the 1.8 modes are more tailored around this. I feel like I could be completely wrong here, but I feel like a lot of the modern stuff is less fun and it's more just like, let's put people in a situation where they have to fight. Whereas with Bed Wars, there's bridging and there's fireballs and there's a whole community around building up bridge fast enough. Sky Wars has its kits and it has its unique elements, but you can always outskill someone. Like, I'm sure you've seen a Technoblade clip where he's just pushing somebody into the void with their fist. And I've done the same in Bed Wars and I've done the same in Sky Wars, but you join a modern server, you can't have that whimsy, you can't have that fun. You just get like, hey, situation. Hoplite is just UHC. All the training servers are just Minemen Club. And Minemen Club is just, it's so sweaty. And inherently, I'd say the cheating problems are probably bigger in 1.8. It's been around for longer, obviously. It's been over 10 years. And maybe it's just getting old. Maybe I'm just too unk for this kind of stuff. Like, my chat calls me unk on the rare occasion I stream on this channel. But there's just something about it which I just prefer. I'm trying to think, like, outside of nostalgia reasons. Like, surely there's something, right? Outside the mechanical skill. Maybe I just like turning my brain off and clicking fast. And I guess maybe that's the other thing. Minecraft is never meant to be too competitive. So this is double-edged sword, me saying this, right? And I don't have a side, so I'm not really... You can't really break down my argument here. But, like, do we prefer the simplicity with a complicated edge? Do we prefer that you can just spam click, but if you want to be skilled, you can abuse the game's movement mechanics? Or do you want this, like, tailor-made combat experience? That's better for PvE, that's better for this, that's better for that. And I don't think I've played single-player old version in a long time. I know that just, like, fighting a zombie, just clicking a bunch of times and it dies, feels a lot more easy. That's where I got, like, the RPG comment from. I don't want to feel like I'm playing World of Warcraft. I'm just like, yes, gotta hit the training dummy and wait for my cooldown. But maybe that's just my 12-year-old self clinging on to that little bit of anger when 1.9 came out and I thought that everything was ruined. But it's really not that bad. But like the combo that I just pulled off on screen, or whenever I end up cutting the audio to, it's just not the same. You just don't get that same satisfaction. And I think the only way I can truly make a comparison is if I make a 1.21, whatever, like, modern version equivalent Bed Wars server. And then maybe I can actually have a real experience and make an actual comparison. And, like, better or not, I think a large part of it is also the people. Sadly, 1.8 is becoming... It's, like, fun for the sweats. It's, like, fun for me, because, like, I want to do the whole clicky-click thing. But maybe we need to put ourselves in the shoes of a new person. Like, if you're someone who's like me, think about someone who's barely played the game before. Are they going to be able to intuitively figure out, like, spam clicking, you gotta click fast, at least 10 clicks a second to have any sort of competency, and then you gotta press S at the right time, or let go of W at the right time? Like, can people really figure that out? Or will the normies, will the regular, ordinary people understand, yes, the cooldown bar needs to run out. Jumping and then punching during the fall down does more damage. You can watch Dream play, you can watch that. And even from, like, a first-person point of view, what would a manhunt look like in 1.8 PvP? You know what? Like, maybe I need to do that. Hey, you know what you need to do? You need to leave a comment and tell me what to do. Because sometimes I have troubles with ideas, but I'd love to see some kind of interaction. Tell me something that you want to see, and I'll just do it. It'll be a bit of fun. I can stream it. Maybe it'll be terrible. I don't really care. I have a whole thing about this channel, but I don't know. That's my little wacky weekly rant. I'll probably do another one once I get used to modern combat a little bit more. Maybe I'll play another game. Who knows? I'm looking for more background footage. I'm looking for something that doesn't feel like I'm holding onto a memory, if that makes sense. Maybe that's the problem with 1.8. So to answer the question, is 1.8 PvP better? And the answer is, I don't think it is. I think it is a perfectly valid alternative, and I think the only reason it's suffering right now is because Mojang, whatever, Microsoft, they don't want to add one setting in the game to allow servers to have 1.8 combat on the modern version. Because that's screwing over Hypixel. That's screwing over all the modes. Just copy and paste the 1.8 code, and then like reassign the class and be like, hey, here's a game rule. And depending on the game rule, the entire world that exists that's the way it's going to be. It's not even like it. People have re-implemented it in so many mods, so many times. So maybe it's not better, it's not worse. Maybe it just needs to exist in the modern space. Okay, there you go. There's a strong opinion. Go leave a comment now, okay? Be a good boy or girl or other, or I don't know. Have a great day.